Red corner, weighing in 9 stone, 6 pounds, 5 ounces, and tonight he wears the green shorts. Please welcome from Latvia, Janis, Puksins. And across the ring in the blue corner with an unbeaten record of 2 wins, 1 draw with 1 KO to his name. At the weigh-in, he scaled 9 stone, 6 pounds, 2 ounces, and tonight he wears the black shorts. Please welcome from Chingford, Boy Jones Jr. Your referee in charge of the action is Lee Cook of Bedford, who will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Okay, you both know the rules. Defend yourself at all times. Keep your punches clean and on target. When I take a break, do so straight away and take a step back. Shake hands. Good luck to you both.
This is 4 3-minute rounds.
So another chance to have a look at Boy Jones Jr., just 18 years old. Up against an experienced journeyman in Janis Puksins from Riga in Latvia. Last time we saw Boy Jones, he was held to a draw by Jamie Quinn at York Hall. Very, very tall for a super featherweight, but in against quite a lanky fighter this time, Puksins.
Yeah, he is, yeah, you know, and then obviously he always has a big advantage, Boy Jones Jr., because he's so tall for his weight, but he's up against, like you said, John, another tall fighter who's quite wild, actually, and catching Jones a little bit too easy. And we've seen Jones, and he's good offensively. We haven't seen him really under too much distress, but he's getting caught.
Beat Joe Beeden on his pro debut, Jones, and then stopped Aaron Flynn inside a round with body shots in his second fight. But then that draw against Jamie Quinn, not quite so good, although Quinn may be a little bit better than his and for very moderate sort of record.
And for what I was told, I turned up too late that night trying to catch that show. He was a little bit unlucky, apparently, to get the draw. But he shouldn't have left it in any sort of doubt, to be fair. That's good.
He's got loads of support here tonight. Yeah. From Chingford, and the familiar figure of Dominic Negus sitting in his corner. Dominic, who owns the gym where he trains, and he's doing well here. He said he's a good offensive fighter. Well, he's looking to take his man out there because he just caught him and stunned him, and I think Puksins is still in a little bit of trouble.
Well, he got that knack, haven't he? That Mexican sort of thing there. That however tall they are, and however long and rangy they are, they're always good at fighting in close. And Boy Jones Jr. has that, doesn't he? He can throw uppercuts and hooks at close quarters. Still very effective. He still gets the leverage on the shots.
Very much a work in progress, and he's been caught a couple of times by swinging left hands from Puksins, which, in all honesty, he should be making him miss.
And well, that's what he doesn't have. That's some of the good Mexicans do have, is that slip and slide going forward. That's something that he needs to add to his game. But he's still a young kid, still only 18. Good body shots there from Jones Jr.
Puksins has had 18 fights over here in Britain. He's lost them all.
Well, let's hope that continues tonight. Good body shot there from Boy Jones.
They started quite encouragingly, Puksins, but it's all been Jones in the latter part of this opening round.
He's felt the body shots of Puksins. And Jones got into a nice little rhythm, though.
Did well in the latter stage of the round, didn't he?
Yeah, he started the round a little bit uncomfortable, but finished it very strong.
Okay. Nice and tight. Ben, no silly moves, yeah? But, all right, hands up, do what you're doing, but straight line, get these body shots in. Yeah? Yeah. Good boy. Come here, okay? Come here.
Hands up the way in and out, son. Good body beat. You've got to back him up, leave him under,
him up, and him up. Yeah.
Hands up and away in and out.
Lenny Butcher, the silver-haired trainer. Man who trained Dominic Negus.
Yep, and you can hear Dominic sat ringside shouting out instructions as well. But yeah, they got they got a nice little like real, almost like a family bond there, and that'll help a young kid. He's only a young kid. Oh, good right hand there from Boyd Jones.
He landed pretty flush with that one.
Just smothers his work. Just got a little bit too eager.
A bit over anxious, wasn't he, to get in and follow it up.
He takes his time now. Punches from range. This Puksins is going to fold.
Puksins being unravelled by these body shots.
Just standing a little bit too tall there, Boyd Jones. Just lift your chin up just a little bit.
Dominic Negus imploring his man to come forward, put the pressure on.
Again, Puksins landing with those wide swings. Boyd Jones still leaving that head a little bit too high. Oh, lovely uppercut there from Jones.
Well, Puksins looked as though he was ready to go at one stage in the last round, but he seems to have recovered reasonably well.
Yeah, he had a little bit of success, didn't he? Just landed with a few shots. Good uppercut there in that exchange from Jones again.
Puksins winging in really wide shots now. That body shot hurt him. He's in trouble now. That left hook to the body really had him in trouble. Referee Lee Cook says that's enough. Puksins doesn't like it. He doesn't like it at all, and he can't believe he's been stopped. Cornerman ushers him away, and he leaves the ring a very angry man indeed.
Well, I guess because he can't work now if he's being stopped. I think he was going to get stopped. I think maybe the referee was... I don't want to criticise the referee, I don't like doing that. I think the referee was just a tad maybe too early. But I think he was going to get stopped in that round, Puksins. Just maybe another few seconds or so. But anyway, forget about that. It's another good offensive display from Jones again.
Looked a little bit ragged to start with, didn't he? But once he got onto the front foot and started planting his feet and tagging him with those body shots, that's the one which did the damage.
Well, what he did after landing with that good body shot, what he did do is take his time with his shots. He loaded up, but he didn't rush his work. Look for the target every time around, just swinging wild. There we go, see there, even though he's swinging the heavy shots, it looks a little bit early, doesn't it? I gotta be honest.
Yeah,
just but he was getting stopped that round anyway, you know, so it could be a little bit harsh there on the referee. But it was a good display by Jones. He got a lot to work on, but he's going in the right direction.
Right, Mr. Puksins has left the ring. Only the winner remaining, so we can hear how he did it. Here's Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1:15 of the second round, your referee has stopped the contest. He deemed Janis Puksins was in no position to continue. The winner in the blue corner from Chingford, Boyd Jones Jr.
A work in progress, but his fans love him.
Boyd Jones Jr. loving the stage here, and Steve Linnett's very happy because we saw him in tears, didn't we, after he got that draw in his last fight. We went behind the scenes with him, didn't we?
That's right. He was very upset. You saw that. I think it was in the Buncey show a couple of weeks ago. We saw that, but you know, he come back tonight and got the job done against Puksins. Yeah, the stoppage was a little bit too quick, but there was only going to be one winner there, and Puksins was tiring. He stormed out the ring. Most I'd be annoyed because he's suspended now for 28 days and can't work.
Well, that'll be it, but I think that's 19 defeats on the row in the UK for Puksins. But if you were looking after Boyd Jones Jr., what advice would you give him at the tender age of 18?
Just keep him wrapped in kid gloves. You've got to remember, he had no amateur experience. You know, he become this underground boxer phenomenon. You know, he was a cult figure on that. This baby-faced kid would get in the ring in these nightclubs in Essex and knock out men twice the size. But, I mean, this is a lot tougher in this ring, and for the next 2 years it's just a case of him developing and growing and working on everything. You know, offensively we can see what a good fighter he is. He's great going forward.
Yeah,
defensively,
loves fighting in that